So now we're going to go into the bird dog, which is, again, if someone's corrective, this is a core drill we're using here. As a corrective to, I always say, what you're trying to do is sink in a pattern. You're trying to get their body to learn a movement. So we don't want to overload. I'm not using this as a heavy strength movement. So that being said, we typically won't use this as a drag. The drag's a little more challenging. We're using this as a corrective, a movement prep. So the key with the bird dog is all in the setup. So make sure the bag is up against the thighs. Hands are almost here against the bag. There's not a lot of space. The biggest thing you're going to see people is because what people are going to do is they want a wide base. So you're going to see people spread knees and get hands out wide. People feel stable like this. It's a false sense of stability, but they're going to naturally do this. You're going to use a coach, you're going to have to tighten it up. So get their knees up against the bag. Also, I'd recommend narrow positioning with the hands. Hands are going to be like 4 or 5 inches apart. Same concept. This is very stable. If I get my hands really wide, because you're going to be lifting a hand up, they're going to feel very unstable. Now, this is a inverted version of your dead bug. All right, dead bug, you're just doing a supine, you're lying on your back. There's a lot of arguments which one's easier. Some people believe lying on your back allows gravity to help you. I think for some people really weak in the lumbar and the pelvic stability area, I think it's more challenging. I think this is actually a little easier. So you're going to be here, load the ankles. I want toes dug into ground. And again, as we always want to coach, tension with the hands. I recommend doing this if you can on the turf, because the turf allows them something to grab. It's a little easier than the ground on the gym floor, so they actually can pull their fingers right into the turf. Now they have that engaged. Head down, that's another thing. People have a tendency to want to look up. Let's keep a nice neutral spine up in that cervical area. And what you're going to do, they're going to grab the outer handle, and here's the big coaching point on this. Let's keep that elbow locked. That's what's going to use the lat. So as opposed to your dead bug, where we're ripping the bag apart to create tension for the lats, on the bird dog, you're going to just keep the elbow locked and just pull tension in the webbing. Pull the slack out. And I'm pulling with my right hand. I'm going to extend that left leg. And here's your movement. Bag is not going to move. It's an isometric. So just pulling tension out, extend that leg. Now notice, keeping this leg up. This hip should be fully extended. Drive the heel back. That's going to get that glute firing. Remember, the goal of this drill is a core drill. We're using it as a corrective, so we want glute. The link between the lat and the glute is the core. And we're using the bag so that they can feel some sensory feedback for the lats. Get them driving that heel back. If someone's saying they don't feel the glute part of it, driving the heel back, then wrap a mini band around the feet. That'll give them some sensory feedback so they'll feel a little more of the glute, which is always something to help them. I will say, like I said, sometimes it's a little challenging. Definitely use a lighter band, a yellow, maximum maybe a green. Because as I said, this is a corrective. We're trying to turn stuff on, activate, and sync so that when they go into our strengthening movements, we have all these muscles kind of turned on. So that's going to be your bird dog, iso pull. Again, you can add a mini band, but I recommend starting with that.